Today we are going to be doing something a bit different. Instead of me actually playing a game, I figured I would give y'all my initial, raw, honest reaction to the announcement live stream for the upcoming life simulation game, Life by You. I did watch a couple seconds of it earlier, but then I decided that I wanted to show y'all my raw reaction in a video instead of just talking about it after the fact. But without further ado, let's jump right into the video. Now, I did watch a reaction to the trailer for the game because I can't see trailers very well. There's usually just text on screen along with, videos.
Community manager at Paradox Tech.
And so I went ahead and watched it off camera because if I can't see what's going on, then there's not really going to be much of a reaction. So I did watch that, but this stream I've only seen a few seconds of.
Tonic, thank you so much for joining us and welcome to the Life by You announcement show. First off, be sure to drop all of your questions in the chat throughout the show. We will be collecting them and hope to answer them in the coming weeks and months. Where can you find those answers? On our social channels, at lifebyou_PDX, and we hope to see you there. For our show today, we have some team members who are here to show you different gameplay features, a brand new trailer to show you some more of Life by You, and finally, which you might be very excited about, how you might be able to play Life by You.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
You might
I
have been
gotta
asking
know.
yourself, who is Paradox Tectonic? Paradox Tectonic is an experienced game development studio comprised of game industry veterans, life sim players, and gamers from all diverse backgrounds. We have been hard at work on Life by You, a game you might have heard about if you're here. Before we get to talking more about gameplay, let me introduce you to the GM of our studio, Rod Humble. Rod?
Thank you so much, Rocio. Life by You is a game that emphasizes freedom. It's a life simulator where you get to create your world, your way, and we're going to talk about all of the features in a lot of depth coming up, but first, why don't we just show you the trailer?
Yeah, let's roll the trailer.
So, like I was saying, this I have already seen. But it looks pretty amazing from what I could see and from what was said in the reaction video, so. And I know some people aren't a fan of the hyper-realism. I personally like that, but I understand why not everyone is a fan of that. So I'm curious. Leave your comments and opinions in the comments down below. I will say I keep wanting to call them Sims, but they're not Sims, they're humans. But the world looks so good. I love it. I love the way the world looks. Lots of customization. I will say, though, seeing some of the UI whenever I'm able to zoom in and look at it closer, I'm extra concerned about accessibility. I'm concerned about accessibility with any game that I hear about being released, just because accessibility is such a big issue. So I do worry about that, but especially seeing this, while it looks amazing and I love all the customization, I'm hoping there's some accessibility built into this, at least some options for us to choose from, accessibility-wise. And y'all should already know, when this game comes out, or at least when I can get access to it, I will be making a podcast episode on accessibility in gaming, talking about how accessible this game is or isn't. So be ready for that whenever the game is actually out, or at least is in early access, which I believe is in September, right after my birthday. Okay, on with the show.
Wow.
That was a
yeah,
lot of fun.
That was so much fun.
The dev team, we all made that trailer together. So we played the game and we captured footage and we put it together. Life by You, as I hope you will have seen, is one of the most moddable and open life sims.
Yeah, and I think that's actually one of the things the community has been asking about the most is how open is this game? Rod, I think you're one of the best people to speak to that. Would you mind telling the community a bit more?
When we started making
Sorry,
Life
there's
by
something in my
You,
eye.
open world was the center of our game design. And that's because Life doesn't have any loading screens, and we didn't want any loading screens either. So we wanted you to be able to move around your world and change how you play anytime you wish. So for example, if you've made a household and one person's at home, maybe cooking, one person's at work, one person's down the beach socializing, you can swap between them anytime. You just click on their portrait and the camera will pan. There's no loading screens between buildings, between the world, or at all. You just move it around. In addition, when you do select somebody, if there's any non-player characters around, you can take them over if you want. If you decide, I want to play their life for a while or permanently, you can take them over.
That is so cool. Just take over random humans. I want to say Sims, but no,
possessions.
humans.
All of it is stored and they're playing by the same rules you are.
Oh, that's so
Finally,
cool.
there's not much point in having an open world unless you can really enjoy it and explore it. And so we've got a whole bunch of transportation options. I love cars, I love skateboards.
Transportation!
We've also got motorbikes, you can jog.
Oh my gosh. Oh, look at all that.
Go
Oh,
anywhere
that's
that you
so
want within the open world. In addition to that, you can click to move, so you can click anywhere you like in the world, and then your agent will drive there or walk there or
Your
jog there, or you can activate direct control mode. And you can personally drive by pushing forward either on the arrow key, or if you want to plug in
What?
you can accelerate and deaccelerate. It's a lot of fun driving in our world.
Oh, that's so cool. I would not expect that.
Like you would with like an action RPG. It's an over-the-shoulder camera.
That's so cool.
Really helps explore the open world and enjoy all of the variety that you find within it. So when you see anywhere within the open world, like top of a mountain, the woods, the beach, you can just go there and you decide how you want to get there. You take your transportation of your choice. And of course, it being an open world, we want lots of things to do. And so we've added spawnables and collectibles. We've got a whole editor that enables you to add your own, but by default, when you load up the game, you'll see that we've got seashells, archaeology, a whole bunch of spawnables out there for you to discover and collect. So that's what we mean by open world. It really is all-encompassing, and all of the game systems use open world. None of it uses rabbit holes. It's all running all the time. And it's not only open spatially, it's also open in terms of
no
time.
rabbit
You can
holes.
time skip forward.
I will say though, with what they're saying about all of it's running all the time, and especially with the way things look graphically, I worry about lower end PCs or laptops. Even my laptop, which is actually a gaming laptop, I still worry about it, but especially people that are running lower end than what I have, I worry about that a little bit. But I love no rabbit holes.
Forward a decade if you want at the click of a button. So that's what we mean by open world. It's open in terms of space, in terms of gameplay, in terms of game system, and in terms of time. And we really hope that you're going to like it.
Thank you so much, Rod. That was really, for me, informative as well. I think one of my favorite things is that you can control anyone at any time.
Thank you, Rocio. Yeah, it reinforces the sense of freedom that we wanted to give players.
Yeah,
There should be no barriers and no friction between the kind of game that you want to play and the kind of world that you want to create.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of creating, we have a lot of builders who are watching right now. And I think you'll be excited to see our next segment. We have our senior game designer, Hannah, who's actually going to walk through some of our build tools.
That's so exciting.
All right, let's see.
Hi, I'm Hannah. I'm a senior game designer working on Life by You, and now I'm here to talk about the lot and region editor tools. The lot editor tool allows players to create and edit pre-existing lots. This means any lot from the beach to
Yeah, I was
public
trying to read
buildings,
some of the
to
stuff.
homes,
I
to
can't. It's too
businesses
small.
that we provide you are editable, or you can create your own versions of all of these. The region editor tool allows you to move around all the lots in the game. So if you have a few you like and want to clump them together in a little neighborhood, that is fair game. If you're just tired of driving to work and don't want to anymore, you can move your office right next door.
Nice.
All the lots in our game were created using these lot editor tools, and I used the region editor to create the 2 neighborhoods that you'll see in game. And I'm most excited to see what players are going to do with the things that we give them as building blocks. And I'm especially excited to see what players will build from the ground up and make their own.
Thank you so much for that, Hannah. And I really love that she went into how the world really becomes your oyster here.
Yeah, I love our build tool. It's so much fun making all your little houses. And of course, you can place them wherever you like in the world. You can make businesses as well as homes. And also our world tool enables you to add people. And people talk. And we have full real language conversation in our game, which is pretty exciting.
And you can tell your own story. And let's hear about how you can tell your own story from senior game designer Gabriel. Throwing it to you, Gabriel.
Hey, I'm Gabriel, and I'm a senior game designer for Life by You. Throughout development, a lot of my focus has been on designing the gameplay for the conversation system. It's been a lot of fun to work with the team to create something that we feel is not only innovative, but fresh to the genre. So in Life by You, you can talk to anyone and anyone can talk to you. Conversations is one of the ways in which you can build relationships with the characters in your world. But what's really interesting about this feature is that all the conversations are being generated based off of your unique situation. So who you're talking to, where you're talking to them, and the type of relationship you have with that person, these are all getting factored into how that conversation unfolds. What this does is it creates a gameplay system that is emergent in storytelling and allows for no 2 conversations to ever be alike. There are countless choices and thousands of unique lines of written dialogue. So you really get to choose how you respond in any of these situations.
I will say with the conversation aspect of this game, it is cool that it at least seems like they're using real languages for the conversation dialogue. However, I worry that if it's only showing up as text on screen, that's going to be something that I miss out on. For example, in The Sims, I miss out on all the text for the pop-ups and notifications that come up, whether it's related to work or something parenting related with my kids. I miss out on that because of it being in print, and I worry about that being the case here as well with the conversations, if they're only written on screen and not said out loud. I understand why they would do that, but
every choice will affect the relationship
that will
in some way.
be an
So
accessibility
whether you
issue
want
for
to be
me.
flirty or friendly or antagonistic, you really have the ability to steer the conversation in the direction that you want to take it, as well as the relationship. One of my favorite things to do is to eavesdrop on the humans in the world. I've been working on this game for a while now, and I'm constantly surprised at the conversations that are happening uniquely in the world. I think this is going to open up a lot of opportunities for creative play and emergent storytelling. We really want you to be able to tell your own stories through this system, and we are just scratching the surface of what is possible. I can't wait to share more with you in the near future.
Thank you so much for that, Gabriel. That was really fun to watch.
I know. I love our conversation system, and I love the way it hooks into social relationships, how it really impacts gameplay.
Yeah.
So you can annoy people, you can develop friendships with them. But of course, because it's Life by You, we didn't want to stop with just our conversations.
not
We
at all.
went a step further.
Yeah, we want to see you modders. And there's actually a whole conversation creator, which let's throw it back to Gabriel for this because he's our resident expert on this. Back to you, Gabriel.
Hey, Gabriel here again, senior designer for Life by You. I was given the opportunity to help design the workflow for creating conversations using the conversation creator. We knew from the very beginning we wanted to create a real language conversation system, but it was an extremely ambitious idea. So we needed a tool that would allow us to create a lot of choices and dialogue quickly. But not just that, we wanted to be able to share that tool with the player. With the conversation creator, you can create your own dialogue and tell your own stories. The same tools that we're using to design the gameplay for conversations, we're making available to you, the player. You can edit existing lines of dialogue or create entirely new ones. For those of you who like to write and make a lot of dialogue options, we have a tool that allows you to bulk edit and import your content.
So I do think that's really cool.
With the community, so
I like to write. So
the dream has always
cool.
been
Community
to
share.
collaborate with the player and to be inspired by what they make. The conversation creator is a powerful tool that's going to allow you to tell your own stories and share that with the community.
It does further my concern about accessibility, though, because if players are creating their own dialogue, then that means that it's not going to be voice acted and basically kind of indirectly confirms my concern about it only being written on screen. So while I think the tool is really cool, because I mean, even I love to write and I might try to come up with some dialogue, and I think it's neat that you can share it with other people when it's in game. That's going to be something that I end up missing out on, I think.
I am beyond excited
but I don't know.
see,
we'll see
what the community creates and where they take this content.
Depends on how accessible the UI is,
feeling inspired by
and if you can adjust the font and stuff.
I love our conversation tools. I love the fact that you can batch import, and I really love the drag and drop and the branching editor, so you can visually see it as you're crafting
what you're doing. Exactly.
And then you can share them with your friends.
Yeah.
Because we're the most moddable life sim.
Yeah, exactly. And we don't just stop at conversations, which is one thing I appreciate. You can actually edit objects in our game. And let's actually throw it to Hannah again. She's going to talk us through our object editor. Back to you, Hannah.
Hey, it's Hannah again, and now let's talk about the object editor tool. You can add, change, or attach functionality to any of the objects in game with this tool. If you want to go deep with it, you can create your own scripts with the script editor and add those onto objects. If you just want to mess around and break the rules a little bit, you can do so.
Break the rules? What?
An example of this would
I'm all for
if you want
that.
to use a flower bush as a toilet.
Yes.
You can just move those toilet interactions onto that flower bush using this
that's
editor.
funny.
And
That is
you've got
funny.
a flower bush toilet. We use these editors to create everything in the base game, and we wanted to make all the tools available to us as designers available to you as players. We'll be showing
That
off
might
more
actually get
features
me into
in the
modding
coming
more.
months, including a model editor that will allow you to change the look and feel of some of these objects.
Thank you so much for that, Hannah. The flower bush.
Because I've been wanting to get into modding, so this might be my
I'm
entryway.
sure that members of our community will come up with even more amusing gameplay modifiers. What's great about it is every 3D object that you see, you can entirely modify.
Yep.
You can use our visual scripting language, and you can add your own gameplay. In fact, we are shipping with the game all of the tools built into the game that we use on the dev team to make the game, including the quest editor, the skill editor.
Okay.
Ah!
Don't worry.
Like, too fast. We're not there yet.
We really only scratched the surface. We hope to give you all of the tools to basically run free, and be as creative as you need to be.
Yeah, we just want to give you the keys to your creative world and to express yourself with the freedom however you like.
Yeah, and definitely stay tuned for more information about all of this. We're looking out
I will
for our
be.
mod community, and we're so excited to share more. Now for the moment you've all been waiting for. How can you get Life by You?
Yes,
Life by You is available for pre-order now on the Epic Games Store. If you pre-order, you gain our Life Begins pack, which includes a vintage scooter that you can customize in
a scooter? No way.
Pack, a decor pack. You get the full version of the game when it's released, and you gain early access later this year.
Early access. Why early access? Here to talk more about this is Amanda, COO of Paradox Tectonic. Can you tell us a little bit more?
We've been working on this game for a really long time. The core mechanics are there, and we have some really fun and innovative features, as you've just heard. Life simulation fans have been waiting for a game like this for a really long time, and you won't have to wait much longer. We want to get the game in the community's hands as quickly as possible to start iterating on their feedback and to prioritize the content and features that matter most to you.
And as a community manager, I'm personally so excited to hear the community feedback and see what creations they make. There's just so many possibilities.
Yeah, life is a really big topic, and it's really only limited by your imagination.
Yep.
There's so much to explore, and there's so many perspectives to life. We realized early on that this was too big of a topic for any game team to ever fully explore on their own. So we knew we had to empower and foster a community of modders and creators to really expand this game. This is a really huge game, and we can't wait to see what you make with the tools that we provide and what you think of the tools.
It's fantastic to hear the why, but now we should get to the what. What can players expect during early access?
Yeah, we want to be really transparent here. Many of the core mechanics are...
That's good, because some people don't want to be cough cough EA.
You can already live many of the key moments in life.
Yeah, absolutely. And just leading up to this, what is the team working on?
Yeah, well, over the next several months, we'll be continuing to add content based on your feedback, and we'll continue to add depth to critical systems such as, for example, the conversation system and many others. And we will continue to polish the visuals, and we'll be fixing bugs.
Yep, and like you said, read feedback. As a team, we really care about that.
Yeah, we know that it's really important to give ourselves the flexibility and the time to act on that feedback and integrate it into the game. Early access games are not complete, and they will grow and evolve over time, and we're looking forward to releasing a really solid full release.
Yeah, we're so lucky to be able to lean on our community during our early access, and we're excited to share a bit extra with those who join us on the early access program. As a reminder, if you pre-order now, you receive the bonus Life Begins pack on the Epic Games Store. Plus, our first 100,000 early access players will be invited to our private Discord server, where they can bring us feedback directly, get behind-the-scenes looks, and more. So make sure to pre-order now. Thank you so much for watching. Keep an eye out on all of our social channels for more information. That's at lifebyyou_PDX. And we
As soon as I get the money, I will be pre-ordering this. I'm pretty sure. I want to know more, I want to see more, but I have a feeling I'm going to be pre-ordering this, because it sounds like it's going to be amazing. I'm hopeful that it's going to be amazing. Like I said, I'm concerned about the accessibility of the game for various reasons, but that being said, that's all the more reason for me to pre-order it, or just get it in general, because then I can play it and actually give y'all that information and let you know if you should consider buying it despite the accessibility or lack thereof. But, oh my gosh, it looks so cool. And there's so much customization and storytelling options. It just, the fact that it's open world from the get-go, transportation from the get-go, just, I really like it. And like I said, I love the look. I know some people are not a fan of the look, but I personally love the look. And I saw in the reaction to the trailer that I watched, they already have pronoun support. Non-binary is a gender option. It's just, I think it'll be cool. The fact that I could go in and create myself from the get-go, put that I'm non-binary, put that I use they, them pronouns, all of that from the get-go, not have to wait years to be able to do even some of that. Just, I have high hopes for this game. And the fact that there's ex-producers from The Sims working on this game makes me even more hopeful. But, we gotta stay tuned and see what else they reveal as time goes on. And people that have early access, if they are able to show anything to us, see what they have to offer in that regard. So we'll have to wait and see, but I am very excited for more news and eventually more gameplay. But I've sat here and rambled long enough. Now it is your turn. I want to know all of your thoughts and opinions about everything we have seen so far with the upcoming life simulation game, Life by You. So please leave all of that in the comments below. And I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.